feel about this lighting? It's all in my eyes. You've probably already seen it by now, but if you haven't, this is a response to the Arbor Mist, Nicole Arbor, sorry about that, video, Dear Fat People. Now, it was really important to me to make sure I actually had all my thoughts like ready before I did this. This is one of the first times I actually kind of prepared something rather than just kind of speaking from, you know, wherever you speak from. Mostly because I wanted to make sure that the message I got across was really clear. So you've probably seen the video already, but if not, basic premise is Nicole Arbor satirically roasts fat people for being overweight, for being obese. She mentions that she's not talking about people with health conditions, but then in like 2 jokes later makes fun of somebody with heart disease. She also then makes fun of a kid for being fat, which, you know, not the kid, most times isn't the kid's fault. It's usually bad parenting. Okay, so this is why it really meant a lot to me to talk about this. I want to attack this on two ends, because one, comedy. For me, comedy is a way to connect with people and a way to make them laugh and make them smile. Yes, there are forms of comedy that are meant to be negging. This is the thing that bothered me so much about this. Great comedians never do this. Great comedians don't make fun of people. And hold on, you're gonna say, wait, Eric, yes they do. What are you talking about? No. This is a quote from Chris Rock. He said, I never make fun of what people are, I make fun of what people do. As an example, the way not to do this would be say, oh, my friend's such a terrible person, he's Jew. No, that's not a funny joke. That's not a joke. You're making fun of the person. You're not making a joke, you're making them a joke. Now, if that was a good joke, it would be, my friend bought me a water bottle and I gave him $1 and he said, wait, there's tax, where's my 5 cents? That's a joke. Granted, my delivery in that example wasn't perfect, but that's not the point. Also, as I've said before, for me, comedy should be, in my opinion, a pedestal to make people feel better. The best comics in the world use jokes to make people laugh. You don't go to see a comedian so that you feel crappy or shitty about yourself. You go to see a comedian because you're having a bad day, you're having a bad week. Maybe you want to just go laugh, but you go to, it's a show, it's an entertainment. It makes you feel better, it makes you feel good. That is not what she did. That is not what comedy should be. What she did is not what comedy should be. Now, you know me, I like to keep an open mind, so rather than just bash her on the one video, I went through and watched a couple of her videos. Her video, as an example, her video, All Girls Are Crazy, was funny. It was funny because she was talking about what girls do. Not who girls are, she was talking about what they do. Okay, so that's the comedy side of things. Let's get to the actual, like, shaming part of this. Now this might be a little polarizing, but I did agree with some of the points she made. If you are overweight, if you are obese, you should do something about your health. It is not healthy to let yourself fall down this rabbit hole of, this is hard for me because I always preach acceptance. Always accept yourself, always love yourself for who you are. But that doesn't mean allow yourself to be unhealthy or to hurt yourself. Love yourself to the extent that you're not also hurting yourself. If you are legitimately overweight and it's not a health problem causation, you should do something about that. You shouldn't allow yourself to be hurt. The same way a smoker should stop smoking cigarettes. If you're overweight and you don't have a health reason that's causing it, you should do something about that. Be healthy, exercise more, eat better. Loving yourself doesn't just mean accepting who you are, it means making sure you're taking care of yourself. With that being said, it doesn't matter how good of a point you may or may not have. If you're a dickhead, your point doesn't fucking matter. You don't shame people and make them feel bad about themselves. If you want someone to become better or to do better, you make them feel better. You don't shit all over them. As an example, my friend Harris put on some weight over the holiday season. I think it was like a year or 2 ago. Anyway, he was at like, I think 220, which isn't even overweight, but it's just, you know, he was heavier. He wanted to get down to like, I forget, I don't remember these numbers, I'm probably making them up. Point is, he wanted to lose some weight, and he asked me to help him out. So what I would do is anytime I'd see him eating, or he'd be like, oh, let's go out and grab some food, do this, do that, do this, I would be like, yo, don't eat that. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. You want to get better, get that salad. I never shamed him. I never said, oh, look at the little fatty getting another bucket of chicken. No, man. I would say, yo, man, come on. You want to lose weight, right? Get the better option. Be smart about that. It's the same thing as criticism. If it's not constructive, there's no benefit to it. Just making people feel bad because you think if I make you feel bad enough, you're gonna do something about it? No, you won't. Most of the time, those people go on to have depression issues. Some of them, in the worst case, commit suicide. Also, what else really bothered me about it is, as a comedian, don't use comedy as like a shield for being a shitty person. Because it makes other comedians look bad. And then you look like you're a fake because you're not even doing what you're doing. If the purpose of the video was to be funny, then be funny. Don't try to be funny while also thinking you're helping out people with a problem by shaming them. And then don't say, oh, I'm actually helping them out, and then pretend like it's not really comedy. So she never really was on the fence with what exactly she was doing there, and that bothered me. If you're a comedian, be funny. If you're trying to help people, help people. Don't attempt to mix them in the wrong way and then fall on either side as a crutch for the defense of the opposite argument. Just don't do it. This video is so much different than my normal Wednesday advice videos. I hope you guys don't mind. This is almost like a rant video. Now that being said, I also want to be open-minded. I don't want to just pass off everything I said in this video as fact. This is all my opinion. This is all how I feel about things. This is where I want to pass it off to you guys. Let's have a discussion. What do you guys think about her video? What do you think about my opinion on comedy, on shaming and all that? I'd like to actually have a dialogue with you guys and see how you feel, because I want to be open-minded to everything. Did you think she was funny? If you did you think it was still hurtful too, or do you think she had valid points and she did an okay job at explaining it? Or do you think she's just kind of a shitty person and isn't funny? Either way, throw it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Also, thumbs up for this lighting, right? Am I right? What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? Also, I'm recording at like 12:30 at night because I slept for 4 hours at like 7 o'clock for no apparent reason. Either way, guys, don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't have to make sense. That's the end.